So you've been intermittent fasting for a while, you've been losing weight nicely, and then suddenly everything stops. Hey guys, Ben here with If Nutrition, and in today's video I'm going to be going through the main reasons I find that people suddenly stop losing weight whilst intermittent fasting. So before we get into the video, I'd love to know, what have you currently tried to get your weight loss going again? Let me know in the comments below, and let's get into the video. So the first thing that we need to cover is the main reason that people stop losing weight in general, and that is simply that you are not eating in a calorie deficit, which means that you've gone from consuming fewer calories than your body needs to operate on a daily basis, which means that you're going to then pull energy from your fat stores to use as fuel, and that is why you lose weight. If you have suddenly gone from being in a caloric deficit to being sat at maintenance or in a slight surplus, this will cause you to stop losing weight, if not put weight on. So if you have found that you have been losing weight nicely and you suddenly just plateaued off and you're basically not losing weight anymore, the likelihood is that you are suddenly now eating at maintenance, which means that the calories that you're consuming are matched to the calories that you're burning. So you're not putting weight on, but you're not also losing weight. And if you want to carry on losing weight, we need to basically fix that and get you back into a calorie deficit so you're consuming fewer calories than your body needs. So a few reasons that this tends to happen is that if you have been dieting for a while, you may have hit a plateau because of adaptive thermogenesis. So your body just basically catches up and basically adapts to burn less calories on a daily basis to match the energy that you're getting in. Alternatively, if you've lost a lot of weight, when you calculated your calories originally, you would have calculated your calories based on your old weight. You don't weigh that anymore, you weigh a lot less, so your body needs fewer calories to basically operate. So you need to basically go back through and run your calorie calculators. I'll link a calorie calculator underneath so you can go through and pop the figures in and quickly find out what your new calories should be to get back into that calorie deficit. But a lot of the time, if you've been dieting for a long time and it's been going really well and everything suddenly plateaued off, you're going to find that it is due to just basically consuming too many calories, which means it's easy. You just need to chop a couple of hundred calories out of what you're consuming, and you will find that your weight loss will start kicking in again. If you haven't been dieting for that long, we're not going to start getting those adaptions creeping in yet, or you haven't lost that much weight, then it is unlikely that that is going to be the cause. You then need to look at your adherence and what you're actually doing on a daily basis. A lot of the time, people kind of get confident with it and then they stop tracking foods. They start thinking they can eyeball things. Measurements start creeping up and you suddenly find that you think you're eating in a calorie deficit, but actually you are adding calories in a few different places. So you need to go back to basics and basically relook at the food that you're measuring out and the things that you're consuming. Make sure that you are tracking them all. It is very, very easy to suddenly start consuming 200-300 calories extra a day, and this can be enough to suddenly put you back to maintenance, and that will stall your weight loss. Top tip here is also look at the drinks you're consuming. If you've started to drink like lattes, cappuccinos, you're drinking a lot of fizzy drinks that contain a lot of sugar, this is all calories. You need to be accounting for it. If you're not accounting for it, then the calories could be coming from here. Another big one that I tend to see is that people will eat really, really good all week, and at the weekend they let their hair down a bit. The problem is this can quickly get out of control. Again, if you're not tracking properly or you're not keeping an eye on what you're consuming at the weekends, you could be at a calorie deficit of say 500 calories a day in the week, which means that you would have saved up 2,500 calories. But it is very, very easy, if you're going a bit crazy at the weekends, to consume that amount of calories on top of what you should be. Therefore, for the week, you're going to put yourself back to maintenance. So if you do recalculate your calories for weekdays and you're doing really good and you think, hang on, I'm still eating in a really good calorie deficit, you need to make sure you factor in the weekends as well. Because ultimately, if you want to lose weight, you've got to stay in a calorie deficit. If you're not losing weight, you're not in a calorie deficit. So if you want to start losing weight again, you just simply need to put yourself back in a calorie deficit. So basically just rounding it up, you want to make sure that you are tracking what you're eating and being honest with it. Make sure that that is okay. Also look at the drinks and the snacks that you're feeding in and make sure you're not getting too many extra calories coming from those that you're not tracking. And also just make sure that you're not living for the weekend, so to speak, and just going a bit crazy there and then undermining all of the work that you're putting in the week before it. As always, I hope you found this video useful. I'd love to know, let me know in the comments below. If you have found it useful, make sure you smash that like button. If you're new here, consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon for more nutritional content just like this, and I will see you in the next video.